us about the civil rights struggles of the past. They told us about the schoolhouse door that was blocked by those who believed in separate and unequal schools for African Americans. Most of us would like to believe those days are over, but are they? Here in Ohio, some politicians are trying to block the schoolhouse door for more than 80,000 public charter school students who are disproportionately African American. They want drastic budget cuts for public charter schools, and that means separate and unequal all over again. Sadly, this plan was proposed by Governor Strickland, and today he's rallying with union bosses to try and get separate and unequal passed into law. You can stop this. Go to myschoolmychoice.org and find out how you can help the Ohio chapter of the Black Alliance for Educational Options put separate and unequal back in the history book for good. That's myschoolmychoice.org.
Okay, questions?
Sue, can you give me an idea of where your funding is coming from?
Yes, I can. As you know, or as you may not know, we are I should say it that way, we are a nonprofit organization. And our membership is comprised of many interested voices, and we always welcome new members, and we urge supporters to donate. And so, as you well know, with nonprofit organizations, we don't have to disclose all the contributions of our membership, and that's just how every other nonprofit organization is in the state. And so I hope that answers your question.
Would you voluntarily agree to release the list?
Not at this time, because we do not have to. As we are a nonprofit, and that's, one of the things, we do not have to disclose the contributions of our membership.
How much will this ad campaign cost, and what radio stations, what cities will they air on?
The ads are going to be on Akron and Columbus radio stations.
And Cleveland.
And Cleveland. And if the campaign does cost, as you well know, radio ads, nothing's inexpensive today, tens of thousands of dollars. But we are not going to disclose everything, because we don't want our opponents to know. They would love to know what our tactic and strategies are for all this. So we want to keep our tactics and strategies in place.
How many days will the ads be on? Are they starting today or tomorrow?
They start tomorrow.
Will they be just on one day, or?
The ads will just be on one day, yes. And this is, of course, leading up to our rally next week.
You're using the phrase public charter schools,
yes.
But your organization is not representing charter schools that are operated by public school districts. You're representing private charter schools that are paid for with public vouchers, right?
We represent any of the public charter schools, and that would include those that are sponsored by traditional districts. Anybody that wants to join our organization can. Let's remember that, and I'm sort of a stickler on this one, these are all public schools, and we do have a lot of our traditional public schools that have seen fit to start charter schools of some make, and we support all of them.
Are these all public charter schools that have boards that are open to the public as far as government?
Charter schools in Ohio, all of them are run by volunteer boards. And so they are open to public. And we have to remember that it's volunteer boards that run our schools in Ohio.
They're all not-for-profit?
All public charter schools are not-for-profit in Ohio.
One of the changes the House made in the biennial budget was to increase funding for charter schools rating continuous improvement higher. I guess probably cut funding for schools below that. Why is that not a good idea?
We worked hard when I was on the state board to put into place an accountability system. And I feel very strongly about that, because I feel like we have a good accountability system in place. In fact, we have the strongest one in the nation with our charter schools. And I really think that we need to let it work. As you follow this, we haven't let it work fully to that point. So I think it's important that with this accountability system, we let it work. And to any of our schools, it is certainly going to have a big impact. And I guess what bothers me the most, the impact is on